Cause I'm a special lover man. Cause you know why? Cause I'm a special lover man. Girl, you got my heart and it's plain to tell. Girl, you got my heart, so treat it very well. Please don't mistreat me, lady. Cause I ain't about no game. So don't play with my love, cause my love is real. It's like every move I make involves you, my dear. Cause girl, you're a part of me. I love our chemistry. So girl, come with your boy, baby, just hop in a ride. We gon' have some fun while we're sipping wine, and we gon' make good love tonight until we see the morning light. Oh, love is all I have to give. Oh, love is all I have to give. Baby, love is all I have to give. Cause you know why? Cause I'm a special lover man. Cause you know why? Cause I'm a special lover man. Come on, little mama, let me put your love to the test. Let's sit down and talk, baby girl, we can confess some bad things that we did before, so we can both make sure that it won't happen no more. Now we done got past all the burden, so it's time to smooth it out. I got that concentrated look, so just add water to me now, so you can enjoy me for years. Cause as long as you keep your water on, baby, I'ma handle my biz. It's me and you against the world when we be melting up the sheets. I'm about to pick you up, baby, cause your boy is a freaking. I'ma show you some things that you ain't having your plans. Cause I'm this super special, sexy lover man. Oh, love is all I have to give. Oh, love is all I have to give. Baby, love is all I have to give. Cause you know why? Cause I'm your special lover man. Cause you know why? Cause I'm your special lover man. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody who's gonna tap in and who's gonna tune in, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with your big homie, man. It's on today's episode, man. Food shortages, man. I gotta touch on this. I know I always talk about something deep, but food security is the name of the game right now. Food security. You know, I know a lot of people might not be understanding of this. You know, how many of y'all out there think you got enough? How many people out there think you have enough food to survive? How many of y'all out there think everything will be okay and you could just keep going the way it is? Thank you for being in here. How many of y'all think you have enough food to survive right now? And also, how many of y'all think everything's going to keep going the way it is as far as the food goes? How many of y'all think you got enough? For the person who's in here, do you think you have enough food for survival? Do you think you have enough? Because let me explain something to y'all. I know a lot of people might not understand this, but let me explain something to you. Food security is one of the number one issues dealing with humanity. Look, what's something that everybody has to do every day? SS says no. Shout out to you, SS. Thank you for always being supportive, and I appreciate you, sweetheart, from the bottom of my heart. So SS says no. I feel the same way, but let me explain something to you. I've been preparing for years. Let me explain something to you about prepping. Being a prepper is a lifestyle. Being a prepper is not something that is just a one moment in time.
Being a prepper is not just one time you go out and spend all kind of money on something and then you just sit around and don't worry about it no more. That ain't how it works. Preparing is consistently, constantly preparing your life for something or things that could happen, good or bad. You have to prepare to win. You have to prepare to succeed, and you have to prepare. And you fail, and a failure to prepare equals failure. Um, if you prepare just to have the things you need for general survival of life, when times of roughness come up or when times of need come up, you'll have what you need. Let me explain something to you. It's more important in life to have the things you need than to have the money than that. It's more important in life to have the things you need than the money it takes to buy them. Because I'm gonna explain something to you. You could have all the money in the world, right? But if you don't have access to the thing you need the most, your money doesn't even, it's worthless. Because just the other day, my car was because I got a little hose in my radiator hose. I got a hole in my radiator hose. So my car, it leaks antifreeze slowly but surely. So I'm always having to buy more antifreeze because I haven't got this hose fixed yet. So I was at Walmart yesterday looking for antifreeze and they didn't have none. It was at the super Walmart. So no matter what money I had in my pocket didn't matter because they didn't have what I needed. So in order for me to get what I needed, I had to go travel more miles and a longer distance just to get what I needed. So money is not necessarily more important than having the things you need on hand. So if me being a prepper, right? Let me explain something to y'all. When when I didn't have a babysitter, when I was at work, when I was working just a few months back, and I didn't have a babysitter. My babysitter pulled out on me. She didn't want to watch my kids no more because it's not her fucking responsibility. It wasn't. So when my babysitter chose not to be able to watch my kids no more, I had no way to nobody to watch them so I could go to work, right? So I had to just take time and just take time off of work and wasn't able to work anymore. So me having the money to pay for a babysitter was pointless because the babysitter itself is what I needed. And the babysitter itself is what I needed, not the money. You feel me? So it didn't matter how much money I had available to pay the babysitter. She chose not to watch my kids no more, so I was not able to pay her. No matter if she wanted them, she would not accept the money because she wouldn't accept the children no more. So what I'm trying to tell you is the things that you need is what matters the most, and what matters the most in life, your general survival, are three things: food, water, and shelter. The three most important things in life: food, water, and shelter. Or food, drinks, and shelter. It's the number three most important things in life. Without food, you can't survive. Without water, you can't survive. And without shelter, you can't house the food, store your food, house yourself. You can't protect yourself from the elements. So food, water, and shelter are the number one things that man needs to survive. Woman needs, anybody. We all need this. If you didn't have a house, you'd freeze to death. If you didn't have a house, you get rained on every night. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Your life would be way harder without storage and housing. So with us having society set up to where everything seems so comfortable, right? For us having society set up to where we feel like we can go to the grocery store at any point in time and get an apple, or, you know, you can go, being that you can go to the grocery store anytime and get an orange or an apple or a pack of ham or a pack of hot dogs or something like that. It gives you the false security and the false sense of comfort that you're being taken care of, right? A hunter gatherer, let's get to it, y'all. Somebody who's a hunter and gatherer, somebody who, like, okay, say for instance, a man, in a village, an African village, who has to go out and hunt for the food every day, right? They don't have grocery stores. They don't have this or that. So the man has to depend on his hunting and gathering skills for him to hunt and gather up some food for the family. So if that man has no skills and he's not a good hunter and gatherer, his family won't eat for the day. So what I'm trying to say to y'all is we've always um had to go out and get it. We always had to prepare and hunt. We've always been preppers. But as time goes on, society gives us this false sense of security where a lot of us feel like we're straight no matter what. We feel like because we can pull up in the drive-through at McDonald's and get a hamburger, a nasty ass hamburger, we feel like we straight. Um, so fast forward to where we at. We used to hunt and gather our food. Now we don't even have to go and hunt for our food no more. So we've lost those hunter and gatherer skills. You know, motherfuckers don't even know how to hunt for their food. On top of hunting, if they did kill the animal, most people don't know how to skin it. Most people don't know how to prepare it. Most people don't. What's good, Colin? Most people don't know how to salt the meat, preserve the meat, um, anything, cut it, anything. People don't know how to prepare an animal because over the last hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, man has been hunting and preparing the animals for us. Or a certain man has been hunting and preparing the animals for us. So what did that do? That took away our skills. That took away our ability to be able to hunt. You know, how many men on here can set a trap for an animal? And how many men on here could set a trap for an animal and catch it, and then that's the only way you would eat? How many people on here, man or woman, think you could survive if you had to trap and eat your food only? Let me ask you again. How many of y'all think you could survive if you had to trap and eat your food only? If you had to hunt and catch and eat your food only? How many of y'all think you could eat every day? Because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people in this world are so pacified. Sean Breezy said he could. That's what's up. I respect your confidence in yourself, brother. I respect that. Because I know I could too. If I had to just eat a squirrel, a bird, you know, you'll be eating fish. Facts. If you had to fish, if you like, the skills of fishing is important. Just now, y'all, I just ate some salmon. I just made some salmon, asparagus, and rice for dinner, right? Simple meal, real easy, very simple, but very delicious, very healthy, very delicious. I didn't catch this fish, and the fish I bought it. But imagine if I caught a whole salmon on my own. Because you know a salmon is a big ass fish. So imagine if I caught my own salmon from Alaska or wherever they come from, and then prepared it, busted down, and froze it, and did all the freeze drying and not freezer bagging it like that, like the stores do. If you could prepare your own food, you would have way more food to work with. You know, let me explain to you why this shit's important to be able to prepare your own food and to cook your own meal. Let me say something. People have become solely dependent on these fast food companies and these restaurants and shit because they lost their skills and have given up their skills and don't know how to cook. If you knew how to cook, right? Because I'm a chef in real life. If you knew how to cook in real life, if you really knew how to cook in real life, you wouldn't need no restaurant to prepare your meal. And let me explain to you on top of that. If you really knew how to cook, food, you'd be upset when you go out to eat all the time. Because out to eat meal might be exquisite, especially if you're at a top tier restaurant. It might be good, but let me explain something to you. Anything that's mass produced will lose its specialty or lose it. It would lose its specialness. Anything that's mass produced and over and over and over, done over and over, won't be as special as a one-time home cooked meal that's customized and prepared for hours and hours. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't find good food at restaurants, but what I am saying is, what are you gonna do when these restaurants collapse? If y'all haven't paid attention, majority of the stores now are set up to run without employees. After COVID, most stores were set up to run without employees. Most big companies and big corporations and stores have become self-service stores, aka they're doing away with the need for employees. They're doing away with the need of people. If you're paying attention to this shit, you can clearly see that these major corporations are getting ready to do away with the need for people. If you see what's going on, these big corporations are having these self-checkouts and all this stuff. What are they preparing for? Because the need for self-checkouts came after COVID and lockdowns and stuff like that. Because during the COVID and the lockdowns, people were scared of touching each other, and people were scared to be in close contact and close proximity with each other. So they chose to create these self-checkouts in these worker-less stores. You get what I'm saying? There's McDonald's that don't have employees. There's restaurants that don't have no cashier or employee. They just accept money, and then you get your product like a vending machine. These stores essentially have been turned into vending machines where you go in, you pick your item, it gets collected for you, and then you pay for it at the door. In the future, facts. Chosen One said, I cook my own food. I've lost my trapping and skinning skills. I probably do okay catching and preparing fish to consume. Facts. You know, it's very essential that we know what to eat, what's not to eat. Let me explain something to you. By you giving up your cooking skills and giving up your food preparation, you've essentially given somebody else the highest duty of your development. Food is the number one thing that develops us or stops us from developing as humans. Food is the number one thing that keeps us in development or stops us from developing as humans. Because you could look at all the nations of the world, and you could look at the nations of the world that have starvation, and you could see how the conditions of their people. And you could look at all the nations of the world, and you could see the ones who have excess amounts of food. You could see the people of the world who have healthy foods. You could look at the nations and see the people of the world who are eating right, and you could see the results of that. In the countryside of China and in the country parts of Asia and places like that, the people are living into their hundreds. It was a woman who was in like 131 years old before. No. It was a woman. It was a black woman who was 120 some years old or something like that. The oldest woman in Georgia. There's a lot of people who are living long lives because their diets are good. The reason why a lot of people pass away so early in these modern times because their diet. Diabetes, that's from your diet. High blood pressure, that's from stress and your diet. Hypertension, that's from stress and your diet. Obesity, that's from your diet. Bulimia, skinniness, that's from your diet. or lack of a diet. See, food is the only number one thing that makes and breaks us as society. You know, there's a reason why. There's a reason why they gave you slavery food back in the days. They gave you the guts of the animal, the pig nose, the jowls, the bowels, the guts, and all the bullshit. There's a reason why they gave you that. There's a reason why they have you eat nasty macaronis and cheese and exactly the diet. Because if you eat the wrong things, your ass dies instant. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Does the average death rate rise up after Thanksgiving? Hold on. Does the U.S. death rate rise up after Thanksgiving holiday? Okay. All right. The U.S. death rate spikes on Thanksgiving. Here's why. Thanksgiving might be the nation's happiest holiday. Hold on. Thanksgiving might be the nation's happiest holiday. It might be the nation's deadliest too. Doctors have long known that the overall U.S. mortality rate spikes around Thanksgiving and remains elevated through the winter. According to the CDC, the nation's death rate in December 2013 was about 5% higher than the death rate of November 2013. So after Thanksgiving, the death rate goes up 5% in America on average. So the food, that nasty, deadly food that you've been conditioned to eat in all these years, sends you to an early grave. I know a beautiful young lady that I used to work with, and back in my old job in Charlotte. She lost her mother and her father. God bless their souls. I'm not telling her business, but I'm just example. One of my coworkers lost her mother and her father both during Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving. Both of her parents. That food gutted their ass. It busted their gut. And I'm not just talking shit. I'm just being realistic. Food is the number. Why do you think so many black people die or suffer from diabetes? Why do you think so many black people die and suffer from cancer? Why do you think so many American people die and suffer from cancer? It's not that you did nothing wrong, American. You didn't do nothing wrong. You didn't deserve the slow death, the agonizing slow death of cancer. You know why you did, why you passed, why you died, or your family, somebody died of cancer? Because they trusted in these foods. They trusted in these companies. They trusted in everybody but their own God innate ability to produce food for themselves. They trusted everybody and ate all the poisonous, cancer causing foods all the way up until their last breath. And even some of them chose to have their last meal as some nasty, agonizing, deadly meal that sent them on sent them to the grave. You know, this is why a lot of times when people, this ain't why. But do you know, every time you die, you release bowel movement and piss and you shit on yourself, right? Most people, when they die, they piss and they shit on themselves because your butt, you hold that, like your anal sphincter, you're holding that in, right? If you're full of a bunch of shit, if your life, you live just to fill your body with a bunch of trash food, when you die, you're going to shit all over yourself. And I don't even mean to sound so graphic, but it has to be said that way because, and then look, four people just left, but I don't care about that. Let me explain something to y'all. You're not the coroner who has to find your dead ass. You're not the Your mama, your daddy, your son. You're not the grandchild who has to find your dead ass in the house because your fucking nasty ass wanted to eat and stuff your face your whole life. You're not the one who has to suffer, who after you pass away. You know, we've all dealt with this. We've all had a parent or somebody who's died because they ate too fucking much. It don't have to be you, is what I'm trying to tell you. Just because we watching other people fail because they don't have knowledge does not mean you have to fail for the lack of knowledge. In y'all's Bible, it says, my people perish due to lack of knowledge. So why would you not want to be knowledgeable in these times? Food is the number one thing in your life that will make or break you. If a child doesn't have a full stomach when they go to school, they can't learn. If a child didn't get the proper sleep and full belly, a proper balanced meal, he can't learn. Because you could fill a child up with sugar and bullshit and they're going to be bouncing off the walls and chemically imbalanced. But if you fill a child up with a healthy, balanced meal, they'll be fully able to learn and fully ready to learn. See, a lot of people don't understand the importance of food. Food is the number one, and it's the human's first medicine. Food is your number one first line of defense to build up your immune system. If you eat in proper, healthy foods, your body can fight off anything. If you're eating the proper, healthy foods, your body can withstand anything. But if you're not treating your body right and giving your body giving your body the strength it needs to fight away illnesses, you won't even be able to survive. A common cold could take you out. Exactly, that breast milk. See, a lot of y'all, thank you for saying that, chosen one. A lot of us have been programmed to be anti-life from the beginning of your life. So a lot of y'all have been programmed to not breastfeed your child. You only have breast on your fucking body to feed a child. Your breasts are not on your body to get licked by random men. Your breasts are not on your body for your nipples to be squeezed and twisted and pinched and titillated. Your breasts are not on your body to be stuffed in a bra and your lymph nodes and your blood circulation to be cut off. Your breasts are not put on your body to look good. Your breasts are only on your body so when you get pregnant, they get gorged and filled up with milk and your baby could drink it and get the proper, real nutrition that his body requires. Your breast, I had women say, no, I don't want my baby to breastfeed because it's gonna turn me on. I don't like that. Bitch, your titties are not your titties. Your titties belong to your child. Your mammary glands belong to your child. Your mammary glands are your child's first food source and first line of defense and protection and development. But you choose to have a baby, detach from them, make no connection with them, give them cow's milk. Oh God, this is insanity. Give them cow's milk formulated with a bunch of artificial vitamins and minerals, fake vitamins and minerals, and expect them not to have cow body problems. Expect them to not be fat. Expect them to not have gastro bypass intestinal problems. Expect them to not have gas, colic of the tongue, all this shit. Majority of the health problems that y'all cause on yourselves, you cause on yourself. Majority of your child's health problems, you cause on them. You keep pumping your child full of mucus creating milk. Let me explain something to you. A cow needs pus, fat, and mucus for their development because a cow needs to gain the most weight that they can gain in the fastest amount of time. So a cow's milk that is for the cow babies is packed full of fat. It's packed full of a bunch of big fat proteins and a bunch of highly fat content proteins and the mucus creating proteins that's needed for the cow, because the baby cow needs to pack on as much weight as he can to get to that 1,000 weight pound and that 500 weight pound. Like, you know how they big ass 1 ton and shit, not even a ton, probably like 1,000 pounds and shit like that. You know how big cows get. You couldn't get that big if you weren't drinking high fat concentrated milk. If a cow drunk human's milk, it'd be slim. If a cow drunk human's milk, it'd be slim. It'd be slimmer because humans don't require as much fat content on our bodies. The human is a lean organic machine. The human is not a highly fat carrying machine. Hence, when the motherfucker gets too fat, they got to get knee replacements, ankle replacements. When the motherfucker gets too fat, they waddle and slide and glide around because they are not mobile. The human is meant to be bendable and mobile. The human is meant to be workable. The human is meant to be agile. The human is meant to stand upright. The human is not meant to sit down and be fat on your fucking ass. That's not what God put you here for. You're only to sit down to take a breath and take a breath and get yourself back together and get back up and get on your grind. The human is not made to drink and pack on high fat content, but you've been geoengineered to desire fats because from the baby, you had the taste for highly fat concentrated milks. From a baby, you have the taste for highly sugary foods. From a baby, you have the taste for highly fat concentrated foods and greasy, high cholesterol meats that will clog your pores. And let me explain something to you. Eating healthy is simple. To eat healthy is not to deprive yourself of things that your body needs. To all the vegans, because Big Betty is a vegetarian, but guess what? Big Betty just ate some salmon just tonight, and you know what? It was delicious and nutritious. And guess what? I don't care. You can't put me in a box. You know why? The body requires some proteins. Some proteins and amino acids that you get out of meats. The body requires that shit. But it's about what kind of meat you eat. It's about how you prepare your meat, how you eat it, how you consume it. See, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. A lot of people think they're eating healthy, right? Like this. It's people who say, I'm a vegan, right? And I'm not knocking the vegans. I'm not. I'm just teaching a lesson. It's people who say, I'm a vegan, right? And they think they're healthy, but they're cannibals. It's people who say, I'm a vegan and I eat I eat healthy and this and that, but they don't even understand the human byproducts that are put in certain foods. They don't understand the human meats that are served in their vegan burgers. How could a vegan burger have meat in it? What do you mean about it? You're a liar. You don't even know what you're consuming because you don't have the knowledge and you haven't done your due diligence. So you've been sold into a lifestyle for financial profits. These companies don't start creating. They didn't start making vegan food till you're going to be healthy. If they wanted you to be healthy, they'd have real natural foods available for all of us. If they wanted you to be healthy, they'd have real food available for you. They don't want you to be healthy. They want you to spend money. And if whatever lifestyle you choose to live, they have a financial pitfall for your dumb ass. So you say, I'm a this. Now you've put yourself in a group and you've classified yourself. Now we have a target audience. You say, oh, I'm a vegan. Now they say, here, drilling with all this bullshit vegan shit. And not even understanding what is what. You might even be a whole cannibal under the guise of veganism. And a lot of y'all are cannibals under the guise of veganism. You think you're a vegan and you're eating meat. You're not eating meat. You're eating human meat. You're eating beyond meat. Allegedly, you're eating shit you couldn't fathom because you don't understand the codes and the wording and what means what. And I'm not knocking you for this. I'm not blaming you because the crime, the victim is not the criminal. You're a victim. You're not a criminal. You want a nice, healthy rhubarb burger. You want a nice, healthy beet burger. You want to drink some pure beet juice, some orange juice, some natural pumpkins. You want to eat some cantaloupe. You want to eat some watermelon. But you do not. But since you don't know the rules of the game, you don't even know what to look out for. And this is where the people like me come in, but also too, this is where you need to get off your ass doing bullshit instead of worrying about the next movie you're going to watch, instead of worrying about the next time you're going to have sex, instead of worrying about going on that vacation. You need to be worrying about what proper, healthy, good food you're putting into your daily body. Instead of being a dumbass worrying about, oh, we're going to go to Vegas in 3 months and jack off some more money. I'm going to go to Miami next week and jack off some more money that I don't have just to create a photo op. Oh, did you see my pictures on Facebook? So just to make a photo op, a fake photo album so people could see you doing some fake shit. Niggas don't even understand real life, everyday issues, what you putting in your mouth, but you want to go off and trick your money and blow your money and be. This is the mentality of our people. Nobody's thinking about the future. Nobody has gardens. Nobody's thinking about making a garden. Niggas in their front yards have petunias and tulips and roses and begonias and and elephant ears and all this bullshit in your yard, but you ain't got nothing you can eat. You can't eat begonias and buyas and guya. You can't eat that shit. You can't eat tulips. But I could put some carrots in that goddamn ground and I could eat that. I could put some potatoes in the ground and I could eat that. I could put some beets in the ground and eat that. I could put some strawberries in the ground. I got strawberries growing right now, y'all. I got strawberries growing again. This is my 4th year of strawberries. They've never died. My 4th reoccurring year of organic strawberries. They have never died. See, when you really live this lifestyle, it don't stop. It's just times of ups and times of downs. There's times of abundance, and then there's times of lack. And there's times of abundance, and there's times of lack. And there's times of abundance, and there's times of lack. And then there's times, sometimes you're just coasting along, making it through. But see, what you need to understand is, and you can't prepare for, you can never prepare for the shortfalls and the shortcomings of life. You don't prepare when somebody dies. You don't prepare when you lose your husband. You don't prepare when your wife dies. You don't prepare when your child has breaks a bone. You don't prepare when your child gets sick and you have to spend a week out of work. You don't prepare when your child goes through anything and you have to spend time to heal them back. You don't control nothing in life. The only thing you can do is be prepared and react the proper way. Let me say that again. You don't control shit in life. The only thing you can do is be prepared and react the right way. Somebody gets shot. Pow! Oh, fuck! Bro, they shot me. You don't go, oh, Lord, they shot my nigga. Oh, what do we got? Nope. You say, pow! Oh, they shot me. Bruh, come on in. I got some motherfucking calls. Where did it go through? You good? Take your shirt off. Rip his shirt off. See if he good. Man, call 911. While 911 go and put a fucking, stop the bleeding. Put your finger in the hole if you have to. Yeah. Are you ready to stick your finger in a hole? I doubt you are. I doubt you are. Are you ready if you get shot to goddamn put the belt on your leg and tie that motherfucker as tight as you can and pull as much your mouth and tie that motherfucker as tight as you can so that blood can start skeeting at that motherfucker? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for your kid to come home busted open with a motherfucking stitches and they head bust to the white meat and they bust it wide open and then I need some stitches? Because guess what? It just happened to my son. My boy running in the house, running around, tripped off the couch, running on the couch, tripped off the couch, hit his fucking tooth on the entertainment center. I had to take him straight to the doctor, straight to the emergency room. I had to get like 4 stitches, sew his lip back together, and his tooth got chipped. You have to be ready for this shit as a parent. Everything's okay. No, it ain't. Your kid's gonna fall and break their goddamn arm. They gonna come in the house. And you better be not with the, and you better not be, oh Lord, oh, you ain't gonna fucking make it. You're not prepared mentally, physically, or spiritually. See, the life is, stop thinking everything's so fucking sweet. Let me explain something to y'all. Just because you have food abundantly, fake food, I might add, because most of the food in them stores is not real food. Just because you have fake food abundant, right? Just because you have food everywhere. Do you remember Venezuela? Do y'all remember Venezuela? Frosted Flakes and homogenized milk. Oh shit. Do y'all remember? What are my thoughts on fasting? Let's go. Why are you in here? I hope you're still in here. What are my thoughts on fasting? And then I'm gonna talk about Venezuela. I fast every fucking day. I fast every single day. There's not one day that goes by that I don't fast. Look, when I wake up in the morning, I don't eat. You know what I do? I drink some water, and then I'll drink a cup of water or a nice chug of some water, and then I drink coffee. When I'm drinking my coffee will carry me and it will flush me. It will flush my intestines. So yesterday's food is gone. I don't have it no more. See, a lot of y'all's intestines are so packed full of shit because y'all eat so much that you can't. It's like you're compounding food on top of food. And it sends your bodies into overload because if the body doesn't have time, we were taught that all wrong. If the body doesn't have time to break down the food and break down and consume the food properly and digest the food properly, it was really no point of eating. See, I studied dietitians. I studied dietitians, and I've read a lot of dietitian stuff all my life because I've always been health conscious and I've always had problems with diet. So I had to create solutions. When you eat, we were taught so wrong on everything. When we eat our food, for one, we're not supposed to have a big, large, ice cold drink. That is the number one thing that we do that's wrong for our bodies. Let me tell you why. Let me explain why. A large ice cold drink that's large and ice cold sends your intestines into shock. If you jump into a bath of ice water, right? If you jump into an ice bath, your body will and you'll go on a shock. You should watch the athletes who jump in these ice baths. They do it all the time because it preserves the body. Just like if you go into a refrigerator, it preserves aging, which is easy to understand. If the more colder your drink is, the more it shocks your intestines. It'll shock your intestinal tract. So if you chugging something cold, it'll shock your shit. It'll shock you. And then if your food is usually piping hot, so that is cooking your intestine. So while the hot food is cooking your intestine, the cold drink is shocking your intestine. So it's going hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And what it does, it kills the natural floras in your stomach. It kills the natural bacteria in your stomach, for one, for if your food is too hot and shit like that. And if it's too cold, it'll affect them as well. But if it affects your flora in your stomach, then on top of that, your bacteria in your stomach, then on top of that, it shocks it. So your body won't know whether it's hot, cold, hot, cold. It won't understand how it's digesting the food. So it'll just pass the food through. And this is another thing about food. When you eat a meal, you're not supposed to drink and flush it down. When you eat, oh yeah, it's all fake. Look, well, you can eat 3 meals a day because I like to eat a lot of meals a day. But let me say something though. When you eat your food, the proper way to eat is eat your food, maybe sip the drink to wash down something if you need to, just to flush it, like if you're choking or something. But more importantly is you let that food digest. You're supposed to wait 15 to 20 minutes before you drink. Because what you're doing, let me show you something. Here's your intestine, right? You put some food in there, right? The food is along the intestine now. These are pieces. These are pieces of food. All right. You ate a piece, it goes down. You took a bite, it goes down. You took a bite, it goes down. You took a bite, it goes down. And you took a bite, it goes down. So now you got a bunch of bites on different layers in the intestine, right? These are multiple bites of food. I'm showing you how digestion works and the reason why you shouldn't drink water and drink drinks when you're eating so much of it. Look, exactly. Look. If you're eating bite, this is a bite down here. This is a bite right here. This is a bite right here. This is a bite. There's a bunch of bites. So as you can see, you got a bunch of food fragments, right? And they're going through your intestine at multiple times, separate times. It's traveling through at separate times and it's digesting, right? Each time food is digesting, there's an energy burst. Your body's gonna technical difficulties off. Okay, look, your body's gonna break this down and it's going to give you boost of energy, going to boost up your blood sugar, boost energy. So this is another boost energy, and it's another boost energy. This is another boost energy. So as this stuff is going down, as you put food in there, your body is consuming it in there. Boom, energy boost, boom, energy boost, boom, energy boost, boom, energy boost, boom, energy boost. And then you feel good. And then sometimes if you eat a real good meal that your body wants to really digest, it'll tell you, hey, go to sleep. Go ahead, lay down and go to sleep. This is when you know you ate something very good and your body wants to, or you ate something very heavy and your body needs time to digest it and break it down. So it wants you to shut down and lay down. If you ate a good heavy meal, they call it the itis. Black people call it the itis, but it's not the itis. It's your body wanting you to shut down and your body shutting down naturally so it can digest the food and send the nutrition to everywhere it needs to go. But what happens is when you eat, right? You don't give your body time to digest the food. What people do, look, you don't give your body to time to digest the food. What people do is they drink a bunch of drink, and it's like a Drano or a toilet flush, and it flushes all your food through. So it'll pack all your food down into your stomach initially, because that's where it mostly all goes, your large intestines and your smaller ones, it goes to your multiple stomachs. What it does is it'll flush it to the largest spot, and then your body will have to break it all down in one spot, which makes you work harder. It makes your digestive system work that much harder, because once your food gets to that point down there in the stomach, it's supposed to be already had broken down some and digest some and gave you some energy. That's why as soon as you take a bite of some good healthy food, you instantly feel the energy. Like, and you just, and instantly you could feel it. Instantly, you get a good side bowl, you get a good smoothie, you get a good sandwich with some good lettuce and healthy vegetables and good healthy shit with some meat or whatever you like to eat, and you just instantly get that energy boost from it. That is your body instantly digesting that food. Instantly, your body is perfect. Like I told you earlier, our bodies was perfectly created. But see, the thing is, we shove imperfect things into our bodies and expect perfect results. It don't fucking work like that. You don't put poison and shove disgusting, unhealthy, fake foods into your body and expect your body to properly function. It don't work like that. You don't put eat fried foods every day, eat fried foods every day for 6, 7, 8 days, 9, 10 days a week out straight, right? And then fried foods and sugar and fried foods and soda and fried foods and candy and fried foods and sugar and candy, right? And then you expect your body to properly function when you just shut it down and did a poisonous overload into yourself. Let me explain to y'all what fried food does to your body. Thank God for everybody in the building. Let's go. Let me explain to y'all what fried food does to the body. When you pour grease down the drain, grease clogs a metal pipe. When you pour grease down a drain, it clogs up metal pipes. Metal. It will clog up a metal pipe. So if you eat fast food down your pipes, right? If you're putting grease, heavy fats and grease into your pipes, what do you think it's going to do to your fucking pipes? It's going to clog them up. Grease can't be that. Grease doesn't even mix with water. Water and oil don't coagulate. Water and oil will always separate. You know why? They don't mix. You're a water being. You're built up off of water. You put oil into your body. If it's not a water soluble oil, you're clogging up your pipes. And if you put so much in you, look at fat people. You see what happens. Your gut. Look at people with guts. You see what's going on. I can't get rid of my gut. I tried to do this. I walk. I this and that. No, you eat fat. You're clogging up your pipes. You're putting so much fat and non-water soluble. Take a fucking cup of vegetable oil and take a cup of water and pour them in a bowl together and see what they do. And then take some chips, crumble them up, put them in that bowl. Take some bread, crumble it up, put it in that bowl. Take some meat, crumble it up, put it in that bowl. Take some salt, some sugar, some soda, some grits, crumble it up, put it in that bowl, mix it up, and you'll see what the fuck your insides look like. It's horrible. It's horrible what you're doing to yourself. That bag of chips, all oil. non non-water soluble oils. The vegetable oil that you fry your chicken in, non-water soluble oil. When you pour grease in your kitchen sink, do your kitchen sink clog up after a while? When you pour that grease in your toilet with your retarded ass, don't you got to call the damn plumber after a few months because your retarded ass likes to pour grease down the toilet? Yeah, you do. You got to call the plumber. You know why? Water doesn't flush oil. How do you get oil? Listen to me. How do you get oil out of the grease pipes? Snakes, grease traps, snakes, that kind of thing. Your body don't have a grease trap. Your body don't have. This is why niggas be having all kind of bumps and all kind of grease and oil just coming out their face. My shit used to be real bad. Y'all see these crater holes in my shit? My shit used to be real bad. You know why? I used to eat poison. I used to eat gummies and candy and snackers and chips and whoops and gummies and funnies and bungies. I used to eat nothing but trash. So I was a little young nigga with a bunch of bumps and pus and smut and oil coming out my damn face because the body doesn't have a grease trap, so it'll secrete it any way it can. I remember one time my big brother threw up an oil ball back in the day. This nigga threw up an oil ball. Guess why? We didn't grow up eating that shit, and your body can't, like I told you, your body is non-water soluble. Your body can't break it down. So his body rejected it, collected it, and made him throw that shit up, a grease ball. You think you can whiff? You think you're stronger than the poisons of earth? You're not stronger than none of this shit. So if you don't know what's wise and what's right to eat, you ain't doing nothing but poisoning yourself. Niggas be like, I ate good last night. They be like, what? I be like, what you had? Bacon, eggs, macaroni, cheese, ham, pork, wheat, whoop, grease, sugar, fat, grease, sugar. And I washed it down with some Kool-Aid, sugar water, colored sugar water. Yo, niggas is insane, bro. In fucking sane. Not even to mention all the stuff they're adding to the food nowadays. It's not real food. Y'all not eating real food. You're killing yourself slowly is what you're doing. Ooh, I got the new grease fat sugar. I got this grease fat sugar. I'm going to tell y'all some real shit. I bought some Twizzlers tonight, right? And I'm not supposed to eat that trash. All that shit is mineral oil, high fructose corn syrup, grease, fat, and sugar. That bitch got mineral oil in it. Do you know what mineral? Let me explain something to you. Thank you, whoever's in here. I think it's SS. I love you. I appreciate you. Do y'all know what mineral oil is and what it does and what it's made out of? Do you know what mineral oil is? I'm about to get up off here too. Do you know what mineral oil is? Nah, for real. I already know what's up, SS. They trying to play with me, but don't worry about it. Look, mineral oil is gasoline byproduct. It's a byproduct of making gasoline. After they make fuel and gasoline, they have mineral oil. And then they take that mineral oil, which is basically grease, smut grease from after producing oil. They take that and they sell it to these companies and they make it with candies, cupcakes, cookies, all this shit. And they put in your hair products, petroleum jelly in your hair. Petroleum jelly is biochemical waste after they make petroleum and shit. And what do they use petroleum on? Bombs and all kind of crazy shit. So it's bro, we're living a poisonous life, man, and don't realize it, man. And the ones of us who try and strive to live righteous, it gets harder and harder because guess what? The real companies are dying off because they can't afford to sustain, because the big major corporations are taking over. And guess what? All the big major corporations have taken over the small corporations. Now the big corporations are shutting down. So what are you going to do if you don't stock and prepare and plan for your future? If you don't have food on hand, what are you going to do to survive? I'm going to do more videos on this topic because this topic is very serious to me and it's very deep. And I don't want to just sit on here, talking when nobody really ain't listening like that, except, my best people, But I say this, man, if you don't have some food, man, what do you have? If you don't have no food, you don't have nothing. Imagine if they do another lockdown, right? And then the stores are shut down. Thank you, Carol Brooks. I appreciate you. Chosen One still here. I appreciate you. Imagine if they do another LD and the store shut down. What you gonna do? That's the thing. It's not about thinking about negativity and worrying about drama. It's about every day you need to eat. That's not up for debate. You got to eat some food every day. And you can't eat the same food every day. So you need to prepare, plan, and have a nice stockpile and a nice arrangement in your cabinet so you won't be fucked up out here. Let me lead off on this. I'm going to show you this Venezuela real quick, man. And then I'm out, man. I'm going to show you this. Because it's not a joke, man. Let me show you this Venezuela, man. Hold on, I don't know if Vice will let me do it, so let me just click on this one.
Hi, I'm Kevin Michalowski, executive.
I don't know about Vice. They're too big. That's CNN, I think, so.
As you can see, we were middle-class people, and now we're not even that anymore. Just look at the kitchen. This is how we live now that we have no water. Now it's just arrived, so I've started the washing machine, and I'm filling buckets so that I can cook.
Water and electricity are both being rationed. Officials say it's due to an ongoing drought, but most Venezuelans believe these shortages are due to wider political instability. Food is also scarce. Yerma has been stocking up since last year.
I had to buy like that, in large quantities, because in the last 2 months, I haven't had time to queue in supermarkets. If we hadn't done that, we wouldn't have anything in this house.
Did you hear that?
Friday, since the end of April, schools have closed to save power. State employees now only work 2 days a week. Procedures more akin to a wartime economy.
Sometimes my daughter bursts with joy in a supermarket when she sees that there is oil. She says, "Mom, there is oil," or "there is sugar." No, this is not what I wish for my country. I've had enough.
3 years after Hugo Chavez's death, Venezuela's socialist government looks adrift. Falling oil prices have hit the state's budget and, in turn, the subsidized economy. Inflation here.
Why they had to have Grandma picking shit off the ground, though? Come on, man. She might have dropped something, man. Come on, man. They ain't had to do that.
Basic food supplies are being sold on the black market for 10 or 20 times the price supplied by the government.
You see that?
At the supermarkets, the queues go down the street.
I left home at 4 in the morning. I went to several places for nothing. All I could buy is a pack of maize flour. No more. This has to stop. The one who needs to leave will leave. We'll kick him out of power.
Calls for Hugo
Did you hear this?
successor, President Nicolas Maduro, to step down are increasing. The opposition has gathered close to 2 million signatures demanding a recall referendum. But the government is doing everything it can to slow down the procedure. In the meantime, everyone is feeling the pinch.
And this is old. This is
Until
a few
last
years
year,
ago.
working 4 jobs, I earned about $300 a month. This year, working the same 4 jobs, I only make $100, and this will keep diminishing as our currency devalues.
Ephraim is a trauma surgeon working in
Crazy.
Caracas's public hospitals.
4 jobs for $100 a month is crazy.
Of the Chavist regime.
Hold up. See, this is what people don't realize. He said he's working 4 jobs for $100 a month. And that's their money. That's not US dollar. That's their money. My nigga could barely even make. He's like a boy. Look, did you hear the lady say if she didn't stockpile and buy big quantities, she wouldn't have nothing throughout this this situation she was going through. This is the importance of preparing. Exactly. We are very soon, chosen one, very soon. Ours just doesn't seem to be like that because it's not a lot of real food on the shelves. We have a lot of fake food on the shelves, so it appears that we're not like this yet. We're almost at the doorstep of this shit. We just didn't realize it. You drink Pepsi and Coca-Cola and Doritos for 2 weeks and see what happens to your fucking body. You'll croak. Let me explain to y'all something to y'all about. I just learned the term. What was it? Damn, I just learned the term. Yes. I just learned this term, food fatigue. Food fatigue. It's a real term called food fatigue. And it's something that I experienced. During the hurricanes, right? Because I live on the coast. Me and my family went through Hurricane Florence. This is about like 2-3 years ago. About 3 years ago. 2.5, 3 years ago. It wasn't even that long ago. Me and my family were living through Hurricane Florence. This is a term called food fatigue. I'm telling you the importance of having a lot of food. And if you don't, you'll be in a serious problem. Hurricane Florence came, and it doesn't have to be doomsday that has to happen for you to need a bunch of food. You need it regardless. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You need to prepare 6 months ago. You need to prepare. Look, and you never have enough. He said, Florence came, right? Hurricane Florence came. First off, we got hit by hurricane. A lot of people was without power. Thank God we weren't without power during the hurricane. Thank God. Because imagine the hurricane. The stores were closed. Let me explain something to you how. The stores were closed for a week and 2 days. 9 days the stores were closed. 8 days. It was 8 days. The stores were closed for 8 days. The only thing that did open up eventually during the 8 days was the gas station. Because, you know, the gas station was like rain, sleet, or snow. Them niggas was like, was a mailman. They was at work. But I didn't need gas because I wasn't going nowhere. I don't even know if I had a car at the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I had a car at the time. So I'm living in my house throughout the hurricane. It's going down. It's going down. Hurricane blowing. Everything going down, right? You eating food. Day 1, day 2. Day 3, you eating your food. Oh yeah. Day 4. Day 5, you're eating the same shit. Day 6, you ain't got nothing left. So now you're eating the same shit over and over. You're eating your oodles and noodles for 3 days straight now. Day 7, peanut butter crackers. Peanut butter crackers. Peanut butter cracker. You don't want this shit no more. There's a thing called food fatigue where your body, after you eat the same thing over and over without variety, without spice, without freshness, without variety, your body goes through food fatigue and it will reject the food. You say you had been stockpiling cans of boiled chicken and beans. There's only a certain amount of ways you can eat that boiled chicken and them beans. And there's only so long you can eat that shit without your body saying, bitch, don't give me no more boiled beans and chicken or I'm gonna flip. Your body will start reacting to the can and your body will start, you get what I'm saying? Y'all haven't been through this, but Big Betty's been through this. When the stores were closed for 8 or 9 days. Shit, I had a family member, my cousin, who sent me some money during this time because at this time I wasn't even able to work. We weren't even working. Then my job was shut down because of the hurricane. So my cousin had sent me some money so I can go to the store and buy some food and shit during the hurricane at this time. You feel me? This was like a few years back. I'll never forget that shit. Never forget that day. You know what I'm saying? Cause I went straight to Walmart when bro sent me that money because I hadn't got paid because we wasn't at work. So you never know when life strikes. You never know when calamity will hit. You never know when a disaster storm might come through. You never know when the rainstorm will come through. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know when you're gonna lose your car in a car accident. You don't know what's gonna happen. So being prepared is just a backup plan for any situation that you could go through. So prepare, or prepare to starve. Because times are not. I wish I could show y'all more videos. I don't have a lot of time, but if we don't prepare, if you don't prepare to eat, you're preparing to starve. We're not living in the times of abundance. We're living in the times of lack and scarcity. The stuff that's abundant is not real. That's why your stomach always hurts. That's not real food you're eating. I could get deep, but I'm not doing it tonight. I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all the time to prepare was yesteryear. It's too late to prepare almost for some people. So do the best you can. Every time you go, stop going on vacation. Buy you some food. Buy you some ammo. Buy you some resources. Get you some alcohol, some wipes, some Q-tips, some tissue, some pots, some pans, some dishes, some food, some knives, some pots, some good cooking utensils. You don't remember that last lockdown? Imagine another one with no backup plan. Last time they had Donald Trump in office. We don't have Donald Trump no more. So we don't know what's to come. Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee. It's definitely brewing. This is not a joke, and it's not a warning. This is real life. If you're not planning to succeed, you're planning to fail. I'm telling you. You think you got enough food? You don't. And you don't got enough variety. I don't know if y'all seen my caption at the beginning of this video, but go look back and look at my caption. Go look at my caption. You see Big Beta is not playing. Let me see if I can see. I'm gonna go to my channel. Hold on. You'll see I'm not playing. My caption, I'm not playing. Yeah. You can see it. You can see I'm not playing. I don't just talk this talk. I walk the walk. And I stand on that shit. But I love y'all. It's your big homie, man. It's your big homie. I appreciate everybody who came in and tuned in tonight for these impromptu lives, man. But this message has got to be heard. You have to prepare. If you don't prepare to win, you're preparing to fail. Look, Venezuela collapsed. And when they collapsed, they didn't have no food. Venezuela collapsed. And when their society collapsed, they didn't have no food. They didn't have no nothing. People was breaking in people's houses because they had smells of food cooking. Imagine people being so hungry, gangbangers being so hungry. They ain't got no food. They smell a nice stew, tomato, beef stew. I smell tomato and beef. It smells like it's coming from over there, bro. Go to the window. Oh, I smell. Ooh, it's coming out. Oh, it smells good, man. First, they might knock at the door. Yeah, ma'am, we starving out here. I promise you, man. That beef stew, that smell like beef stew, man. I'll give you whatever he might have. Can I offer you this for some of that? Please. I got 3 buddies, man. We're all starving. Please. You got 5 kids in there you trying to feed. You barely got enough. Do you gonna share with the nigga? Or are you gonna say no and make him come in and take that beef stew? because that's what was happening in Venezuela. They ran out of food, and so people was going through and looting and burglarizing people's houses just for food, for meals that they smelled. It is not a joke, and it is not a game. Think it's a game? Nigga coming in there to take your shit. I'm hungry, bro. Give me that shit, bro. You is not stronger than you are not strong enough to protect this meal, bro. You know, you're not strong enough to protect this meal. So what are you gonna do? Nothing. Lay down and take this. You understand me? Lay down and take it. This is the mindset of some of these people, and y'all are not like that. So you better start preparing so you don't have to go outside. Let me explain to you missions. This is for my warriors. Let me explain to you going on a mission. You don't want to go on missions, my nigga. Okay. Everything's down. Everything's messed up, right? Everything's down and messed up, right? So now you're running low on food. You ain't got no food like that. You having food fatigue. You've been eating butter noodles. Now you just eating noodles. Now you just eating noodles with ketchup. You need eating noodles by themselves. Like you got nothing but spaghetti noodles. You just eating that shit by itself now. Now you don't even have water. So all you got is noodles that you can crunch and eat hard. You're not cut like that to where you eat noodles hard and crunching them. You're not built like that, right? You're not. So now you got to go on a mission. Now you got to go out there and go on a mission and go hunting for some food. Hunting might be going to the grocery store that's been ran through. Hunting might be going in somebody's house. Hunting might be hunting some squirrels. Hunting might be hunting some fish. Hunting might. Now listen, you ain't ate. Let me explain how deep this shit goes. Scenarios, hypotheticals. YouTube. This is Big Bad A's hypotheticals. You haven't eaten in days. You are starving, right? You've been crunching on noodles with no water. All you got is macaroni noodles with no water. You crunching spaghetti noodles with no water. You eating that. You're actually eating that shit because you're hungry, right? But your body is rejecting it and you don't want to do it. You're like trying to throw up as you're eating them, but you're just crunching them as you can because you know it's the best thing and the only thing you got. You feel me? So now you have to go hunt a squirrel. Now you have to go hunt a bird. Now you have to go hunt. But your body is tired. Your body's tired. Your body don't want to keep going. Your body don't have the energy to go out there and hunt. Let me explain something to y'all. I fast all the time. After a certain point of fasting, your body will shut down without giving it nutrition. Your body will shut down on you. So you can only fast but so long. You can only go without food but so long before it shuts down. You go lethargic and you start going crazy and flipping out. You get what I'm saying? Starvation is a real thing. You don't have to starve to death to be starving. If your blood sugar is imbalanced and you don't have no salts, no fats, no nuts, no berries, no sugars, no sweets, no fruits, you don't have nothing to balance your blood sugar out, you lose your mind and go crazy. Flip out. My son goes ape shit when he don't have food. I used to go ape shit when I didn't have food. And I still do. If I don't eat after a certain period of time, I start flipping out and getting mad. Because we're built like that. The body is built that it needs nutrition to keep it going. You know, the body's not built that you could eat some nasty, trashy, fat, nasty foods and it just sludge your body up and it keep functioning properly. It don't work like that. And the only things that are good for your body are natural things. Let me say that again. The only things that are good for your body are natural things and not products. I'm talking about the natural ingredient itself. The wheat flour, the berries, the nuts, the almonds, the real food item itself, the banana, the this, the that, and not in mass production either. The things that have been mass produced are not good for you. I would never dare eat a banana nowadays. I wouldn't dare eat a banana nowadays. It's not a real banana. It's bioengineered bullshit. It's a lot of things. See, there's rules to the game that you have to understand, man. But you have to start with prepping. You have to start somewhere. Start somewhere, man. Start somewhere and just keep going. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's your big home, big baddie, man. Let's go. Let's go. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.